guys, long time no talk. I am so sorry I haven't posted a video in like a month, but school has been insane. My life is just so busy. I haven't had time for much at all right now. So I am sorry, but I'm hoping to be posting regularly. Hoping. I can't promise anything, but I'm hoping. Yeah, I cut my hair. If you guys didn't know, it's now shorter. So yes, and it's very chilly now. It's getting colder and it's fall and all the colors are coming out and it looks so pretty. A lot of you guys have been asking me what I blanket Ralph with and what type of blankets I have and what like fills and stuff and what fill is. So I thought I would do a video all about blanketing because it's getting colder and stuff, and some of you guys already may have snow, so I thought it would be helpful. I personally do blanket my horse. He lives outside 24/7, so it's only fitting that he is blanketed. How do you know if you should blanket your horse? Well, blanket your horse if it's old, if it's really young, if it's visibly like cold and shaky. If you clip your horse, definitely blanket it. If you just want to keep your horse a little cleaner. Also, if you have a horse that's adjusting to climate, like maybe you just got back from Florida showing and it's getting colder and they're not really used to a cold climate, blanket your horse, it'll just help out. Or if your horse is not capable of growing a sufficient coat, I would also blanket your horse. Or if your horse lives 24/7 outdoors like me, or if they go for turnout, you'll want a turnout blanket. Or if it's just cold in the stall, you'll probably want a stable blanket. But there's so many different types of blankets and durabilities and fills and stuff, so I'll go through some of the ones I have. I'll start lowest fill to highest fill. Fill is basically the amount of kind of thick warmth inside the blanket. So like 0 fill would be just a sheet, and going up from 0 to the highest blankets that are made are about 500 fill, which is crazy, and those ones are really thick and they keep your horse way warmer than ones with 0 fill. So the higher the fill, the warmer your horse. But I have a cooler. I have a Rainsheet, which is just waterproof on the outside, fairly durable because it's used mainly for turnout. And then I have Ralph's winter blanket, which is a 3-in-1 blanket by Weatherbeeta, and it is, I believe, 1,680 denier, which is the strength of the blanket. So because it's a turnout blanket, I wanted a stronger outer shell of the blanket so that it would stand up to rips and stuff. But then it also has 2 layers on it. So the inside layer is more of a stable blanket looking blanket, and it doesn't have any real durability to it. So if I want to use just that one, which is a 300-gram fill, I put my Rainsheet on top just so that the blanket stays waterproof and durable, but it doesn't have a 400-gram fill, and so like he won't overheat. And then I have my outer shell, which is the 100-gram, and that one is durable and waterproof. So right now it is kind of hovering around 0. It fluctuates between like -2 and like 12 degrees right now. So right now he has on his 100-gram fill blanket. He was getting kind of fluffy, and so I thought I might as well just throw the blanket on him because it's obviously getting colder, and you can tell because your horses grow coats. I live in Canada, Ontario, and so when the winters, last winter we had a pretty bad one. It got around to like -40 degrees Celsius at some times, and it was crazy. So even on the coldest of the days, Ralph was outside with his 400-gram fill, because when you put the underlayer and the overlayer, the 300 and the 100, it's 400. So I used that one all last winter for him, and he was warm on the coldest of days, which was awesome. I usually begin blanketing when it drops in the evenings. Days can usually be between 15 and like 8 degrees, and when it drops lower in the night, that's when I start blanketing him, because even though he can tough it out in the mornings, I just would rather have him snuggly at night. Yeah, I'd rather have him a little bit too warm than too cold. Yeah, as I said, I own a 100-gram fill, a 300-gram fill, and then 2 0-gram fills. So, and then I play around with how I want that to be to customize the fill for him depending on how cold it is. Yeah, so don't worry, when you blanket your horse, if they're still feeling a bit cold, they'll grow the extra coat to compensate for the warmth that they're not getting from the blanket. The one thing you don't want is your horse to be sweating under the blanket, because if your horse gets too hot and then sweats and then the temperature drops in the night, then they'll get chills and get cold, and it's really not a good situation. If you do have barn managers or people that can blanket your horse for you, it'd be nice to have a lighter one in the morning when the sun is out and they're running around, and a warmer one in the evenings. If your horse is outside 24/7, of course, if they're in a stall, the temperature is more stable, but definitely when they're living outside 24/7, it fluctuates. So last year I clipped Ralph. He was in his 400 gram fill the whole time, and he was always warm, never sweating, but never like cold. And if he was cold, I would put his the neck part of his blanket onto, just to add some added warmth. Yeah, I don't really know why blankets don't come in more than 500 gram fill. Like, you'd think that horses could definitely use it, like up in Alaska or like way up north. I guess, I don't know if people have horses up there, but if they do, the horse either has a super thick coat or they find some way to make a thicker blanket. I don't know, but the highest I've seen is $450 and $500, and 500 ones are about $500, so it's pretty crazy. Okay, so if you guys have any more questions that I didn't answer about blanketing and stuff, leave them down below and I will do my best to answer all of the questions you have. Again, I apologize for not posting videos. I just have had so much on my mind that I just can't get around to filming them and stuff. So I'm sorry, but more will be coming very soon, hopefully. I'm going to be at the Royal November 5th and November 6th and 7th. November 6th and 7th. So I'll be there on the Friday and I'll be there on the Saturday. And the Friday I'm going to be there probably around 2 o'clock and probably the same time on the Saturday. And the Saturday I'm going to be doing a kind of meetup thing, so I'll give you guys more information about that in my next video. But I'm so excited to be going to the Royal again. I've gone every year for the past 2 or 3 years now. I know that's not a lot, but like, I just love going, and I didn't know how fun it was or that it existed for a while when I was just starting up riding and stuff. And yeah, I just think it's so much fun. If you guys don't know what it is, it's the big horse show and agricultural show that they have in Toronto, first and second week of November. So they have like indoor eventing, dressage, show jumping, tons of booths, tons of food, really cool stuff, lots of cattle, and it's just so much fun. So I hope to see some of you guys there, and maybe we can get a picture and chat and stuff. So yeah, I will talk to you in the next video. Bye!